Good evening. It's Oscar night, one of the best nights of the year. It's my personal Super Bowl. I spend the year going to the movies. I see a lot of movies, and then I look forward to sitting down sometime in February and watching the award show that just kind of caps all the other award shows. Sometimes it's a little imperfect. Actually, a lot of times it's imperfect, but I still love it. I love the red carpet. I love the interviews. I love the music. I love the speeches. I just think it's a great time. So tonight, I'm going to make some predictions. I'm going to go through the list, kind of tell you who I'd like to see win and who I think will win. And then when we're done, we'll go back and see how I did. So come with me now. Let's go watch the Oscars. For Best Picture, I'm pulling for Hidden Figures. I'm afraid that La La Land's going to win it. Was not my favorite film. Definitely don't think it was the best picture of the year. I am pulling for Hidden Figures, expecting La La Land to win. Actor in a leading role. This was a tough category. I'm going to say, I think Casey Affleck's going to do it. I think he's going to take the Oscar. I am pulling for Vigo. Loved Captain Fantastic. Loved it. Pulling for him. I don't think he's going to win it, but that's where I was going. Actor in a supporting role. Wow. I'm going to have to say Dev Patel's going to win it. And oh no, sorry. Mahershala Ali from Moonlight is going to win it. And I am going to root for Dev Patel. I loved his role in Lion, and I think he's an amazing actor. Not that Mr. Ali isn't a good actor, and of course, all the other people in this movie, or in this category, are great. But actress in a leading role, I am going to say and predict that Emma Stone will win it. I'm not rooting for Emma Stone, not that I don't like Emma Stone, but I think she's going to win it. I'm going to be pulling for Ruth Negga for Loving. Amazing, amazing performance. In fairness to Natalie Portman, who I'm a huge fan of, I did not see Jackie. I was a little bummed. That was the only one I haven't seen in that category. So, Natalie, I'm sure your performance was outstanding. I just didn't see it, so I'd be rooting for you too. Actress in a supporting role, it's got to go to Viola Davis. Viola Davis, as I've said before, was like a Hurricane 5, and she was amazing. Everybody in that category was fantastic. Octavia Spencer, I loved Hidden Figures, but I'm going to say Viola Davis for Fences. Director, I've seen all the movies in this category. I think Damien Chazelle is probably going to win it for La La Land. I am going to root for Barry Jenkins for Moonlight. An extraordinary achievement. I didn't see the animated, so I'm not going to talk about documentary feature, animated feature. I will talk about cinematography, however. Of the movies that are nominated, I've seen them all, and I am going to say that La La Land will win it, and I am going to root for Lion. Costume design, I've seen all those movies except for Fantastic Beasts, so I can't really speak to that. But of the movies I did see, it's hard to beat Florence Foster Jenkins, although I listened to the podcast on Jackie, and I liked what I had to hear about that costume designer. So I guess I'm gonna say Florence Foster Jenkins will win it, and I would love to see them win, or Jackie. Film editing. I loved the editing in Hacksaw Ridge, so I'm going to be pulling for Hacksaw. Will they win it? I don't know. I think La La Land is going to win it. I'm just afraid that La La Land is going to win a bunch of awards. Didn't see any of the foreign language films. Music, original score. Well, I think La La Land's going to win there, and I don't know. La La Land should win something for music. They did a great job. But I got to say, I really loved the score for Passengers. If you didn't see Passengers, good movie. I liked it anyway. I thought it was cool. Music edition, original song. I didn't see a few of these, so I'm not even going to comment. Production design. I got to say, I loved the production design of Hail Caesar, which was cool. But I loved the production design for Passengers and will root for it. I think La La Land's going to win. Visual effects. I didn't see Doctor Strange or Kubo or Jungle Book, but I loved Rogue One. Deepwater Horizon's special effects, or visual effects, were amazing. So I would say I'm rooting for Rogue One, though. I'd like to see Star Wars. That great movie. One of my favorites for the year. Moving on to makeup and hairstyling. I haven't seen all of these. I haven't actually seen... Star Trek is the only one I've seen, so forget that. Sound editing. I don't know. I'm going to have to root for Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge was pretty crazy. Sound mixing. I'm going to root for Rogue One. Who will win it? I'm not really sure. Probably La La Land. I'm just predicting they're going to take a bunch of awards. Adapted screenplay. So I am hoping, and I'm going to root for, let's see, who do I think will win this? I think Hidden Figures might win this category, and I'd root for it. I think it's a great film, and that's what I'm hoping wins Best Picture. Original screenplay. I've seen all these movies except for 20th Century Women, so I can't speak about 20th Century Women. I'm really bummed that I didn't get to see that before the awards. But of the ones I've seen, I'm rooting for Hell or High Water. Unbelievable movie. Loved it. Didn't see any of the short films, so I'm not going to comment on those. But those are my predictions. We're going to go out there right now. We're going to watch the Academy Awards. And then we'll talk later. Thanks for watching. All right, well, welcome back. We're done with the Academy Awards, and I got to tell you what a strange freaking Academy Awards ending that was. What? La La Land announced as Best Picture winner, and then, oh, there's been a mistake, Moonlight. Don't get me wrong, I prefer Moonlight over La La Land for Best Picture, but I felt really bad for the folks that put out La La Land. So crazy. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what happened exactly, but bad news. Anyway, it's all fairly inconsequential in the big scheme of things, but still a great award ceremony. I liked Jimmy Kimmel's work. I thought he did a great job right up until the end, probably. I loved his opening stuff. Justin Timberlake knocking it out of the park there at the beginning. John Legend, great stuff. It was just a good awards show. I really liked it a lot. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the winners and the losers. So my predictions, for the most part, were not bad. I'm not betting 1,000, but let's just talk about a few of the winners and losers that were there. Let's just start with actor in a leading role. Casey Affleck winning in the actor for the leading role. Casey did a freaking great job. I was kind of rooting for Vigo. I just loved that movie, Captain Fantastic. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's freaking great. But hey, Casey Affleck, he did some amazing work. Yeah, Denzel, though, here's a guy that's, knocks it out of the park practically every time he steps up to the plate. So it's really hard not to have seen him get it as well. I don't know. Tough category. Everybody in that group was just great. But congratulations to Casey Affleck. Great job. Really liked the look on Ben Affleck's face. Clearly proud of his brother. So cool. Actor in a supporting role. That was Mahershala Ali from Moonlight, who did a flippin' fantastic job. Loved him in that movie. Really great. If you haven't seen Moonlight and looking at the grosses for that film, there's a lot of you out there that haven't seen it. Go see it. It's not an easy movie to watch, but it is a great movie. And I, for one, am glad it got Best Picture. But yeah, he deserved the supporting role. Of course, some of the other people in that category, I was kind of rooting for Dev Patel because I just loved his performance in Lion. But, Jeff Bridges, he was freaking great in Hell or High Water. Lucas Hedges, good, really great in Manchester by the Sea. Michael Shannon, very cool in Nocturnal Animals. But, yeah, Moonlight, picking that award up. Actress in a leading role, Emma Stone. I predicted that she would win it. She did, in fact, win that award. I was kind of rooting for Ruth. I hadn't seen Jackie yet, so I was the only one I hadn't seen in that particular category. I love Natalie Portman's work generally, but Ruth did such an amazing job in Loving. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out. It's worth seeing. Of course, if you haven't seen Florence Foster Jenkins, I love what Jimmy Kimmel did with Meryl Streep and, the whole part about her being undeserving. That was pretty hilarious. But if you haven't seen Florence Foster Jenkins, she does a great, hilarious job as usual. Good movie. Actress in a supporting role, Viola Davis for Fences. That's who I wanted to win. That's who did, in fact, win. Freaking fantastic. All the performances that were nominated were all great. Don't get me wrong. But Viola Davis, wow. Director, Damien Chazelle for La La Land. He did a fantastic job. 32 years of age, youngest best director winner ever. So that's pretty impressive. Zootopia winning animated feature film. Oddly enough, that's the only one in that category I'd seen. I thought Zootopia was pretty good. Did I think it was awesome? No, not necessarily, but won best animated feature film. I'll look forward to seeing the other movies in that category in the next year or so. Documentary feature, OJ Made in America. Haven't seen it. Hadn't seen any of them in that category, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. La La Land won for cinematography. I think I kind of predicted that. I forgot, I'd seen the movie Silence, and the cinematography in Silence is pretty extraordinary. But, yeah, La La Land takes that award, so congratulations. Costume design for Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen that movie, so I can't really comment. But I loved Allied, and Florence Foster Jenkins was fantastic. Stuff I heard from the screenwriter podcast with Jeff Goldsmith. Check out Jeff Goldsmith if you haven't checked that out. Check out his Backstory magazine if you're at all interested in screenwriting. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent. The screenwriter podcast for that movie was really interesting. They talked about the costuming for that film, so I was pretty interested. But in the end, Fantastic Beasts won for costume design. Film editing, Hacksaw Ridge. It's what I predicted. It's who I kind of wanted to win. That movie had to have been tough to put together, so congratulations, Hacksaw Ridge. Foreign language film, The Salesman. I loved the acceptance speech. La La Land won for music original score. It's what I predicted. I I kind of liked the original score for Passengers. Moonlight had an amazing, haunting score, so that's a tough category, but I predicted La La Land would win. Music, original song, City of Stars from La La Land. Catchy tune, no question about that. John Legend knocking it out of the park as usual. What a great guy. Great talent. Production design, La La Land won. Deservedly so. Although, I kind of was pulling for Passengers because I just really liked that film. Hail Caesar was great too, but visual effects, Jungle Book won, and I was kind of surprised about that. I was kind of rooting for Rogue One since I freaking loved that movie last year. Deepwater Horizon had some great visual effects as well. I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I haven't seen Kubo, but Jungle Book won. Haven't seen it, so congratulations to them. Makeup and hairstyling, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad won. Yeah, that's what I said. So congratulations to them. Sound editing, Arrival. Good to see Arrival picking up an Academy Award. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. I was happy to see it in the Best Picture category. Amy Adams. It was just, yeah, it's a great film. If you haven't checked it out yet, see Arrival. Sound mixing went to Hacksaw Ridge, which I am not too surprised about. Amazing. Adapted screenplay, Barry Jenkins won for Moonlight. Well deserved. An original screenplay went to Kenneth Longren for Manchester by the Sea, and well deserved. That's just a great movie. I haven't seen 20th Century Women. It's the trailers I've seen for it. It seems like a very smart film. So I'm looking forward to seeing it so I can compare it against Manchester by the Sea. But I was, if Taylor Sheridan had won that award, I would not have been disappointed. Hell or High Water. If you haven't seen that movie, flip and check it out because it's crazy cool. And then I haven't seen any of the short films, but just to recap, Piper won for animated short film. The White Helmets won for short subject documentary, and Sing won for live action short film. And I gotta say, they show little clips from each of those films for all those short categories, and they all look very good. So once those short films get posted out there, I'll definitely be watching them. So that's it for this year's Academy Awards. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to seeing what 2017 has to offer. Hopefully next year I'll be at the Academy Awards. Let's see if we can make that happen. Until then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.